I'm going to give it a few minutes. I know it's like the middle of the day on a Wednesday afternoon, but I had a little bit extra time, so I thought I would do a quick live video, and I hadn't put out a video lately. Just had a lot going on. So I was going to talk to y'all a little bit about that today. And I'm on my phone. I hope y'all can hear me okay. But I'm going to give it just a few minutes. Actually, while we're waiting, I'm going to go cut my dryer off so it'll quit buzzing. I hope everybody's been having beautiful weather. It's been pretty here. It's a little chilly outside today, but I'm going to cut my dryer off. That thing will keep on a-buzzing if I don't cut it off. Howdy, howdy. Glad to have you. I know it's the middle of the day, but gotta make hay when the sun's shining, so right now I had a little bit of time. All right, I got a few people in here, so this live video, I just wanted to come on here and howdy, Cheryl. I hope I'm saying your name right. I got a good friend that spells her name like that. She pronounces it Cheryl. But I want to come on here and do a quick live, just kind of tell y'all, I know like over the past several months, I've been, you see occasional posts asking for prayers and me apologizing on my videos that, I hadn't been able to make a ton of content. So I wanted to talk to y'all about that. Hello, Tammy. And if I miss any of y'all, I'm sorry. Well, good. So I pronounced it right. But so I'm just going to tell y'all a little bit about what's been going on with me. And, a lot of people romanticize this lifestyle, and it is wonderful and it is a beautiful life. But sometimes more of life gets in the way, and sometimes things like YouTube, for example, get put on the back burner for things, going on in life. So I'm going to start back at the end of the summer. I did have 2 living grandmothers, and me being the only nurse on either side of the family, some sickness came about with both of them, and needing the care in the home and different things like that. And I know I have one of my followers, I know she comments on some of my videos, that she also takes care of her sick mother. So I know some of y'all know where I'm coming from. But my one grandma, she got sick back at the end of the summer, and we were all trying to take turns trying to keep her at home. Just one thing led to another, and it was a tough go there for several months. I wasn't home much. I started working at night, so I could do what I need to do at home during the day and be with her. And so I did that. Well, then right on top of that, my other grandmother, and the only people she has is me and my mom and my brother. We don't have a big side on that side of the family. She got really, really sick in amongst me taking care of my other grandma. And she had to have emergency gallbladder surgery, had a bad experience with the anesthesia. Then on top of that, when we were dealing with that, she had bad delirium, is what they called it, that lasted for several weeks. But on top of all that, my one other grandma, the one that got sick at the end of the summer, she actually passed away, which was a blessing in disguise. She had got pretty bad there towards the end, and we did end up having to put her in a nursing home, which like to have killed us all. And anybody that's had to go through that, I've worked in nursing homes. For those of you that may not know, I am a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for 10 years, and I've worked in and out of nursing homes. I've been on that side of it, but I've never been on having to actually take a family member to a nursing home. So that was like It was hard. That was really hard, and as insensitive as this is gonna sound, it was easier seeing my grandma at peace when she passed away than it was having to take her to that nursing home. Even though the nursing home provided wonderful care and I had no complaints with that, it was just, it was a hard decision because, the grandma that passed away, she was a homemaker, on top of working. She used to, she worked at night, she farmed back during the day, and she also took care of the youngins, and they didn't have any money or anything, so, they grew a big garden, had the milk cow, had the whole 9 yards, didn't have power and running water for a long time, so, she'd go out there and hang that tobacco up in them barns by herself, and, little bitty woman, she's about my size, and if y'all can't tell, I'm 5 foot nothing, so I'm a little short thing, but so all that was kind of on top of each other then, so I was taking care of my other grandma too with her delirium and everything. She got a bad infection. Um, After all this, the infection threw her back into the delirium. Been in and out of the hospital. That's actually where I've been today. She had a doctor's appointment, so took her to the doctor. But, I've just been kind of pulled in that direction lately, so I haven't been able to put out a ton of content, and I just appreciate y'all sticking with me. And I know that's a little bit on the personal side, but one thing I do like about YouTube is I feel like I get to know y'all, and I see y'all that comment on my videos and send me emails, and that's why I've been kind of slow and maybe not getting back to all the comments, but I do read them. Hey, Stephanie. Thank you so much for the prayers. And y'all, I have felt the prayers. I got in a pretty dark place there for a little while. I'm usually a really upbeat person. Look at the silver lining in the clouds. I'm that kind of person. And I don't know, there for a little bit, it was about to get me. And there were some other things going on too in life that I'm not going to talk about here, but was pulling me in that direction too. So doing that on top of homeschooling the kids and like the guilt of feeling like I couldn't do the school like I wanted to, like even though we're like way ahead in our curriculum and stuff. So I'm not like neglecting my kids, but I still felt that mom guilt, and then having to work at night and which I'm kind of liking the working at night. It's been pretty nice. I used to work night shift before my kids were born, but I like working in the evenings. But anyways, so I'm still doing that just so I can be available during the day if my grandma needs me. Or and doing my homeschooling and doing things here on the farm. So with us being pulled in a million different directions, and Andy has been so wonderful. I had him a little spoilt, but he really stepped up and he's helped so much with the kids and everything with me going through all what I was going through. But things are looking up. And my grandma that's still living, she's doing much better. These comments keep going away before I can read them. How do I get them up? Oh no. Y'all bear with me. Hold on. I'm not very technically savvy. Tammy, thank you. Thank you. And Cheryl, thank y'all so much for the support. Hello, Dirt Floor Motors. Hello, thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. Like y'all don't know how much it means to me that y'all have stuck with me through all of this because there was a time that like Andy is my encourager. I tell him all the time he's my producer. That's what I tell him. Cuz he's like, you can do it. You love making your YouTube videos. Don't give up and all this and I'm going to tell y'all something funny. So, we all have these little things in life that make us I don't know, just brightens our day. Hello, Hilltop Home Place. But there's things, I don't know how to get this to go away now. I've never done this on my phone. But there are things in life that make you like, I don't know, just make you happy. And so my thing that makes me happy is I absolutely love milking my cow. Like that is, I don't know why, but that's like my 30 minutes of peace. And like it just is. That is something I thoroughly enjoy doing. Well, with all this going on, I didn't wean my calf, and y'all may have seen the post I made about this, but I didn't wean my calf. Should have. The calf is a year old. I should have weaned it, but I just had so much going on. Left the calf on the mama. Well, when I brought Candy home, the New Jersey, when I brought her home, my calf is a little trickster. That's one reason I quit milking, because I was calf sharing, and I got to where wherever I put her up at, she wouldn't stay. She would figure out how to get out. Well, somehow she figured out how to get into the barn, into the stall with Candy, the new cow. Me and Andy ain't figured that one out yet. I don't know how she got in there. That was a work of God. That's what that was. Because she put herself in there and couldn't figure out how to get out. So that night, Andy said, "Why don't you go out there and try to milk your cow?" He said, "I know that would make you feel better." He said, "Why don't you just go out there?" And at this point, y'all, I was just crying all the time, and it was not good. um, but so I went out there that day and I milked her, and she did just pretty as you ever seen. And didn't try to kick me. She just did wonderful. Walked back in the stanchion like we hadn't just not milked for 4 months. And I got a half a gallon that day, and I was tickled to death. And after that, I just left the calf in the barn until she figured out how to get out and continued to milk every day. And then ended up getting them separated. Andy fixed my fence a little better so she couldn't get to the other side. And I've been milking every day since. And something that small has really, it's really helped me. It's really that little something that small has really helped me. But me and Andy are going to do some things a little different this year. We realized, right there at the end of the summer where I was pulled a million different ways and have been all winter, that we're going to do things with the garden and stuff a little different this year. Last year, if you followed me for any amount of time, I had 4 different garden spots just because of the lay of the land here. If you can find a flat spot, you stick a garden there. That's the way, it's just the way it is. If not, you got a steep hillside. So I have 4 different places. And this year, Andy is actually, he sawed me some white oak, and he's building me some more raised beds. The raised beds are right here behind my house. And we're going to extend our garden that's right here at the house. Just so everything, we're going to try to plant most everything right here at the house, besides our potatoes and corn. What else? Potatoes and corn are the biggest ones because, you don't have to really mess with them every day. It ain't something's got to be picked every day. But everything else, we're gonna see if we can squeeze everything in here just to make it easier on us, on both of us, because it was hard on both of us, with him working during the day and coming home at night, helping in the gardens and stuff. It was a lot of running, even though those 4 garden spots are a 5-minute ride on the 4-wheeler away. It's still, it's just a lot easier, especially with the kids and everything, if it's right here at home. So that's something new that we're gonna change this year. And our little pigs have been born at the farm that we get them from. Well, they've already been born. They're getting weaned actually this weekend. So we're going to get our pigs next weekend. The guy's weaning them this weekend, so I'm excited about that. And I always look forward to having new pigs every year. We're going to try to fence in another part of the side of this mountain over here once they get a little bigger. And so we're not running them on the same mountainside that we were before, because if you run pigs year after year on the same spot, they'll eventually kill all the trees, and that ain't what we want. We don't want to kill the trees on the mountain, but they did clear out the underbrush, and we want to do it to another side of it too. So we're going to see if we can get that fence built. I have a funny story for y'all, something that happened to me yesterday though. So yesterday I was gonna be good, and I was gonna make a YouTube video, and like hadn't made one. I think it's been like 10 days since I put one out, but I was gonna make a video, and I was outside milking my cow. My little boy was riding his four-wheeler. On these pretty days, him and Maggie both, they wear them four-wheelers out. But he was he was riding his four-wheeler. There's a little hump in the driveway that he likes to jump. He thinks it's hilarious. Well, he jumped it sideways, and when he jumped it sideways, the four-wheeler kind of came down and landed on two tires. Like, it almost flipped, but it didn't flip, but he fell off. Well, when he fell off, the four-wheeler kept rolling, rolled through my fence, and I was there milking my cow, and my stanchion is right next to the fence. The cow freaked out because the four-wheeler rolled through rolled through the fence and broke the wire, and I jumped up and run over there and had to cut the four-wheeler off, and got shocked because the four-wheeler was going to keep rolling because it goes down a hill. And had to cut the four-wheeler off and lock the brake, and got shocked, and the cow's freaking out in the stanchion, and just got interesting real quick yesterday. Which Jacob was fine. It didn't hurt him. He just fell off. He was fine. But I thought that was, I got tickled over that. But I wanted to come on here, like I said, and just do this live to say thank y'all. Like, I know it's been touch and go with the videos and everything, but I have such an awesome support system. Like, y'all don't know how much y'all mean to me. And I was panicking yesterday because I thought my cows were going to get out. And, like, my life is hilarious. Like, I wish, golly, my glasses are dirty. Look at that. Can y'all see that? But sometimes my life is like chaos. But I was panicking. Andy wasn't here, and the fence was tore down, and the cows were out there walking around, and I had to call my father-in-law, who lives about a half a mile away. And I was like, please come up here and fix my fence. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix high tensile wire. But it got fixed. No cows got out. It was good. All was good. And Jacob got back on his four-wheeler and continued to ride. So, but yes, y'all are the best. And I want to show y'all something. Little things like this just brighten my day so much. Hang on. Let me look at this here. Well, hold on. I'm going to show you in a minute. So I have a subscriber. Her name is Mona, and I hope that she watches this. And she sent me this. I got this in the mail. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So this right here, look at this, y'all. It was so sweet. She sent this to me. It is a, to scoop my cream out, and it fits in regular mouth jars. And she sent me this in the mail from Arkansas, and I'm in North Carolina. And I was just like, it brought tears to my eyes. It did. But it's a little cream scoop, and I thought that was just precious. That was so precious. So y'all just don't know. Y'all make my day every day, even though I can't always bring y'all content like I want to. But Mona, if you watch this, I just want to say thank you so much for that. But anybody that watched my butter video, you know I'm struggling because I got these regular mouth jars, and my ladle that I have won't fit down in those regular mouth jars. And that little lady, she sent me that. So, is it an Echo brand? No, it's got some kind of engraving on it. Hang on, I'll read it to you. I completely understand. I only worry that you worry that we may be worried. Don't worry, we've got your back. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. The engraving says, always ready to serve. Herb grows, your mobile agent. McCluskey, North Dakota. And that's all it says. It doesn't have a Barrett stainless. That's the only thing it says. But yeah, the engraving, the words, I don't know if y'all can see it, but they're right there. But so what kind of content, like, since all y'all are on here, what kind of content do y'all like? Do y'all like to see me cooking? You like to see the farm? Like, I don't know, sometimes I get like writer's block, and I don't know. I have a hard time deciding what in the world I'm gonna make a video about, because I don't want to like keep making the same videos about the same stuff, you know. So I love to hear from y'all. Just finished making butter. Wish I would have had your butter mold. I got that butter mold from my sister-in-law. Was it last year for Christmas? Like 2021 Christmas, I think. And she had found it in an antique shop and got it for me for Christmas. Love the dumpling video. Good. Them chicken and dumplings are good too. That's an old recipe from, let's see, Andy's great grandma's recipe, I believe it is. Cooking and gardening and skills about homesteading. Times are going to get tough soon. You're right about that. Well, as soon as we start back up gardening and stuff, I'm definitely going to bring y'all some of that. You know, right now it's kind of the down season, which I didn't start any seeds. That's something else I done. Usually I start my seeds, especially the cool crops, but I didn't start any seeds, so now I'm on the hunt for some cabbage plants. I definitely want some cabbage plants because I love cooked cabbage, like fried cabbage. You just can't beat it. Andy won't eat it, but I like it. But yeah, I didn't start any seeds, so we're looking for some broccoli plants, some cabbage plants. That's probably all we'll plant as far as cool crops go. And we'll always plant a little lettuce right now. I love the canning and cooking. Tommy likes the gardening and farming. We have learned so much from y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you. You can do anything, we will learn. I'm not ready for the garden. I'm excited. I don't know, y'all. Like last year, the end of the summer, I told Andy, I said, I swear if I see another tomato, I think I'm going to vomit. I had so many tomatoes, and I made so much stuff out of tomatoes last year. But y'all, last night, I think it was last night, I was sitting here, and I told him, I said, you know what I'm ready for? I am ready for a fresh tomato and a fresh tomato sandwich. And he's like, all I heard you do was fuss about tomatoes the end of the summer. That's the way it goes, though. That's just the way it goes. I have my AC on right now. Yeah, I know. I have no heat or air on. I've been having my windows open the last few days. It's been nice. Started Brandywine seeds this year. Brandywines are my favorite. They are definitely one of my favorites, and they're hardy to be an heirloom. Like, I had the one, I think I showed y'all in one video. I had a volunteer pink Brandywine come up in my front yard, and so we left it, and that thing put off, and we didn't even plant it. But Brandywines are good. They're good all around tomato. Something Andy has requested this year, though, which I don't really care about Roma tomatoes. You know, they're just, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I make my spaghetti sauce out of, like, whatever kind of tomatoes. You just have to let it cook longer. And it still tastes good, but Andy's like, I really like thick spaghetti sauce. So I'm going to plant Romas this year, so it'll be a little thicker. So I guess I'll be fooling Roma tomatoes this year. I did that a couple of years ago, but I don't know. There's no difference in the taste. It's just a little runnier. You just have to cook it a little longer. But yeah, I'm excited to get back to the garden. And also my meat chickens. I've decided I'm not going to do meat chickens this spring like I normally do. I'm going to wait until the fall. I have enough left from last fall that we've got enough chicken to get us through the summer. And so I'm going to wait and not put that on my plate this spring. So I think that'll help me a lot. And, so I'm going to wait on those. My new laying hens, they've just started laying, so I'm starting to have a bunch of eggs again. But people, you know, my old customers are coming back, so I'm thankful for that. Oh, T-Paul, thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate that. You're going to make me cry. Thank you. Body Haddock, your meat chickens arrived today. I haven't had a tomato sandwich. Well, that's exciting. And if you have any questions on the meat birds, shoot me an email. And, I mean, we've been doing meat birds for, about 4 years, something like that. They're a little more finicky than the egg chickens, but they're not too hard to take care of. Thank you so much. I just can't say thank you enough. Thank you. American breast and their dual purpose. So you hear the new meat burger or you have it? Because I've been interested in trying those. The American, those breasty, ever how you say them. I've been interested in those. But yeah, I decided I had enough chicken to get me through, so I'm not going to put that on my plate this spring, not yet. Oh, the meat, you talking about the meat birds are so nasty? Yeah, well, the way we do the Cornish cross, like, there's no way, I don't think, you could keep them in a barn or like in a chicken coop because they can be nasty. Like right there, when they get like 5 and 6 weeks old, when we have them in those chicken tractors. Thank you so much, Gracie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Lord, y'all gonna make me cry. Make me cry here on camera. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Like I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, those tractors, when they get about 5 or 6 weeks old, I have to start moving them twice a day because they poop like nobody's business. And so that does help them stay cleaner, but I don't know how you keep them in a chicken coop. You'd have to clean it every day when they got older. Which, I mean, they do help our grass, but, hello, April. I'm very interested in the wildcraft and herb videos. I have your video saved you made in the past. Also, any places interesting. I love watching your cooking and canning videos, but you haven't put out a video yet that I haven't enjoyed. Thank you so much, sis. Buy the cookbook, folks. I love it. Oh, thank you so much, T-Paul. I appreciate that. Thank you. Valley, am I saying that right? Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Y'all are just the best. Y'all are just the best. Y'all inspire me to make more videos. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Michelle. I appreciate all of y'all. I've been doing YouTube for a while now, and I feel like I really got to know a lot of y'all, even though we've never met. It's like being back down there here in upstate New York. It's cold, rain, and sleet. Ooh. Yep, that's why I couldn't live up north. I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. Last winter, so me and Andy at one time, we seriously talked about moving out west. Like we got kind of serious about it. We're looking at stuff out there, And me and him both born and raised here in Stokes County, North Carolina. And both of our families been here since like the 1700s, so it'd be big time for us to move. And well, one day we had like a snow. I think it was snowing or sleeting or something. And the wind was blowing. And I was out there feeding chickens, busting waters. And I came back in the house. I said, never mind, I ain't going nowhere. I couldn't deal with that all the time. I'm not a fan of the cold. I'd rather it be 100 degrees with 90% humidity any day of the week than be cold. So, but I appreciate all y'all. Y'all are just the best. You're in East Tennessee due to the weather. I couldn't garden long enough. Right. Yeah, that would be a learning curve. Like going from here where we can garden from April to October. I feel like we live in a pretty good zone here. But yeah, that's kind of our plans right now. So I'm just gonna be selling my eggs and maybe doing some vegetables. And the CSA boxes is something else I've decided this year. Instead of doing it like I did last year where I had the same people, I think I'm going to do grocery boxes this year and just post them on Facebook and you can come by and pick up a grocery box. That way I don't have a quota to meet because I don't know that I'm going to be growing as much since we're doing everything right here at the house. I'll still have plenty to put up for us because just out here in this garden at the house, which is not that big, That's where most of my canning and stuff comes from, that garden, and all the other gardens were just extra to sell produce. And I'm not going to do bulk produce this year either, I don't think, because picking them jade beans is no fun. Have you ever picked jade bush beans for hours and hours? I'd stand up and pick them for a while. I'd sit down and pick them for a while. I'd sit on the bucket and pick them for a while. One time I was down there like all day. One time I even like laid down and like picked them for a while. So I'm not gonna be doing bulk produce, you know. And after we sit down and added everything up, I didn't make a ton off of the produce anyway, which I'm not after the money, but I want at least enough to pay for my time, you know. Yes, and jade beans are delicious. I mean, they are delicious, but them pole beans are a whole lot easier to pick, though. We're gonna plant a bunch of Kentucky Wonders this year. We really like last year's first time we ever planted those, and we really, really like those Kentucky Wonders. So we're gonna plant some more of those this year, and some jade beans, of course, because we always plant jade beans. But just gonna kind of keep it as simple and confined here to the house as possible, just to make everybody's life a little bit easier. Do you have a cookbook for sale? Must have missed that. If so, let me know how to order. Yes, I do. So they're actually, you can order them on Amazon. So thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Thank y'all so much. And yes, my cookbook, though, is on Amazon. If you go type in True Grit Cookbook, you should be able to find it. I don't ship them here from home because I published it through Amazon way back when I made it. And my goal is to eventually make another one. Like, I really want to make another cookbook. That one took me probably 6 months to make. But I would love to get me like a publisher and like publish like a real cookbook. Not a real cookbook. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Somebody that's editing it besides me. I think that's what I should say. But yes, it's on Amazon, and if you type in True Grit Cookbook, you should be able to find it. And I've got some of my canning recipes, the biscuit recipe, some different, just several different things. I actually, like, mine is worn out. Like, my copy of it, like, I use it all the time. And then it's True Grit and Community. So I had some folks here in the community submit recipes, and everybody that submitted a recipe got a free cookbook, some of my neighbors and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. There's a lot of good recipes in there. I really enjoyed your sit down when reading from the Bible and talking about the role of wives. It's so hard these days. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But y'all, I feel like this is my calling. Like, I became a nurse because I like to help people. That's why I originally wanted to be a nurse, because I enjoyed helping people. Well, then, as I got older, I realized the people that I wanted to help was my family, and like to be there and do for my family. And I realized that this is my calling, being at home with my kids and making sure like my husband's taken care of, and you know, things around the house. Even though I'm not the best housekeeper by no means, but you know, I don't know, I feel like that's my calling. Like, that's what I'm passionate about, because anybody that works in the healthcare field knows that it's not about helping people anymore, unfortunately. You know, I help my patients the best I can, but here at home, like, making sure they got good food and making sure like they got clean clothes and just a good life, making sure they got a good life, I feel like that's my calling. And it's so sad that through the years, you know, people frowned upon homemakers. Even, I mean, I remember being a kid, my mama was a homemaker, and I remember feeling so sorry for her, because they told us in school that you need to go out here and get a job and not be stuck in the house with your kids. Like, they told us that in school. And I used to remember feeling sorry for my mama. And like, I loved it that she was there, and it meant the world to me that she was there. Like, I would not imagine growing up any other way. But that's the way they made us feel. Let me read these here. I needed to come back up after 25 years moving into the husband's family home, last part of the grandfather. Have a great day. I'll finish sewing. All right, Julie, thank you. Do it. Great idea. And add stories of the history of your area and family that you talk about. You'll do great. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I've never thought about doing that, adding some history in there. And, like, I may have to do that. That is such a good idea. Not sure if you sew, but that might be something you could share here. Well, y'all, I was sewing. I got the sewing machine from my husband's grandma. And y'all know I was sewing. I made like all my Christmas presents. Like I hardly spent any money at Christmas because I made everybody's Christmas presents. And then I was sewing my dog's bed because she chewed a hole in it. And my string got all bundled up. And when I went to get it so I could cut the string and get it where it had knotted up so bad, apparently I messed up the timing on my sewing machine. And now the needle, when the needle goes down, it hits the metal piece, like underneath the bobbin. And I've got to take it somewhere and have it worked on. And I've just got to find somewhere and take it. I just got to do it. So it's sitting in my bedroom right now gathering dust. And I miss sewing. I like doing that. Discouraging homemakers is a way to break up the family. That's exactly right. I think it's on purpose. I think they, anymore, I think it's on purpose. Nobody encourages being a family. Like, I don't know, I could go really into that, but I'm not going to. I ain't trying to make nobody mad, but, it's sad. And like, and I have people at work tell me, they're like, I don't know how you stand it. I don't know how you stand it. And I'm like, stand what? Like, this is the life. I love it. But it's not for everybody. Just like being a nurse ain't for everybody. It ain't for me anymore, but don't forget the thumbs up, y'all. Thank you, Cheryl, for reminding everybody. You're a strong woman. Let the Lord lead you. I'm happy with all your content. Thank y'all so much. I know I keep saying thank y'all, but y'all don't know how much you mean to me. Y'all are encouraging me to continue, because there was a time here this past winter that I thought I was going to give up YouTube. I'm telling you, it was not a good time. And it don't help that it's winter, and winter is tough on the brain anyway. But y'all make me want to keep going and keep doing YouTube and continue making videos. And if y'all have TikTok, I occasionally put out some TikToks too. So y'all check me out on TikTok and Instagram. Sometimes I put pictures out there on Instagram too that I may not share here. Occasionally. I love your cookbook. I will purchase mine in 220. We'll buy the next one when you put. Thank you so much. I'm so glad y'all enjoy it. I was nervous. I was so nervous about that. And when I first made it, you had a lot going on. Yes, I did, Melody. A lot. A lot. Got my grandbabies here with us, and it's been a blessing to us. Oh, yeah, their mom and dad are here, too. Y'all are the best, and I appreciate it. But, let's see, what time is it? 1:35. My kids, I had to take Granny to the doctor this morning, and I took my kids to my mom's. They stay there sometimes, and they wanted to spend the day, and I had to take my dog to get her spayed, and I got to go back and pick her up here in a little bit, and I told them I'd swing back by and get them if you're wondering where the kids are. So, I'm kind of lost. My dog's not here. My youngins ain't here. I don't know what to do with my hands. I guess I'm going to try to clean here in a minute, and since I don't have my 2 little tornadoes following behind me. But anyways, we're planning on taking them to the zoo tomorrow. We've got a zoo that's a couple of hours away, the North Carolina Zoo, and they've been wanting to go to the zoo, so we're going to take them to the zoo. I lost my son in 2008. We were close, but my greatest grief was working too much and not being at home. You're making me. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Hilltop. I know that was tough and continues to be tough. I watched my grandma lose a son back in 2011, I believe it was, and she still, has days, but Grief is hard. It is hard. Trying to find the cookbook on Amazon, but no luck. Oh no! Let's see. Can I type? Let's see. I'll tell you what, I'll make a post when I get off this live with the link to my cookbook. Will that work? Because I don't know how to post it here without going off the live. Taking God out of schools has messed things up. Yes, it has. Absolutely. They don't even, I don't think they, which I mean, here we're blessed in this rural community that some of this crazy mess ain't come here that you see on the news and stuff, but, you know, it's liable to come any day. Who knows? But yeah, Gracie, I'll do that. I'll make a post when I get off here because I don't know how to do it from here. And I'll put a link to it, and I appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. But y'all, well, I hate to run, but I guess I'm going to get some housework done and go get the critters fed and everything in a little bit before I have to go pick up my little dog. So, I appreciate everything, and I will continue to bring more videos, and y'all have just greatly encouraged me and blessed me today. Time to make dinner and dessert. I feel you. I know. I cooked a brisket last Sunday. I had a big old brisket in the freezer, and I cooked it, and we're still eating on that thing. Like, we had beef stew last night. We're having shredded beef tacos tonight. We had brisket sandwiches night before last, till that big old thing is gone. Ooh, Swiss steak sounds good. I made an applesauce cake. If you've never tried an applesauce cake, y'all gonna have to try it. That's probably something I could make a video about. Applesauce cake is amazing. It's a good way to use up some of this extra applesauce I made this fall. But anyways, all right, y'all. I appreciate everything. All y'all. I appreciate all y'all so much. And y'all have a good rest of your day. Be blessed. And I will talk to y'all